subscribe to the Soul Fresh podcast on your preferred platform, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. Remember to connect with us on Instagram or Facebook at the Soul Fresh Podcast. And also, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube at the Soul Fresh Podcast.
All right, brother. So we here to talk about 50 years hip hop. 50 years hip hop.
Yeah.
All right. So I go ahead. I go ahead and start with brother Fred. So that first song that got you into like, you know what? I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love hip hop. What was that first song that hit you?
Man, you dating me right now. It's back in the 80s.
Of course.
Probably The Breaks by Curtis Blow.
Oh, okay.
Probably The Breaks.
Was that like the first one you heard as well?
I don't know, man, because
can't go
it
back
goes so deep. I
can't
mean,
really
Sugar Hill
remember
Gang, all that was like right at that same time. Sugar Hill, Curtis Blow, Run DMC, all that was like right at that same time. So it was like, but I'm going to say my first song probably was The Breaks, Curtis Blow.
Yeah.
These are the breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably that. And then right after that, you got Run DMC
Yeah.
with
Which one?
like Suck MCs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the song that got you.
Yeah, Suck MCs
Okay.
right there. I go back, bro. I go back. I know the cliche answer, the Grandmaster Flash. Nelly Mel, but that's not my answer.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah.
But you did say that.
But
though.
Sugar Hill Gang,
That-
Sugar Hill Gang was there though.
Now you
right?
going back to, I guess, the first time you heard hip hop, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about, what like made you fall in love with it? Say, you know what, I'm really digging this. Like,
I mean, that was it.
that was it.
That was it.
Okay,
I've been a hip hop head since 82, 83,
Yeah.
around that time. Like I said, when that came out,
Because it was in your house too already. Though.
yeah, it was already there.
Yeah,
I mean,
your
it
older
was-
brothers and
Yeah.
So
Yeah, older siblings
Yeah.
actually help out with that because that's
but really though, we all kind of got it at the same time because hip hop was like,
It
you
was
know,
still in its
rap was new.
infancy.
You know, it was new and it was just starting to be born. And it was
Right,
like,
right.
Then you got Run DMC came on the scene and you got all that. Then you got LL drop like right
Yeah.
then. You got
yeah.
all that music was right at that little time, right in that little early 80s.
Yep.
Everything was booming.
That's when
Boom,
music
boom, boom.
itself was just like, because MTV was introduced at that time too, and that's what
Yes.
really brought the world finally to what rap music
Yes,
was.
And all that was. Then man, you got to think when it dropped, when Run DMC dropped, LL dropped, all that stuff, Curtis Blow and Grandmaster Flash and Sugar Hill and all them. When all them dropped, it just started this onslaught, was going.
Let me piggyback off that right quick. A quick question. So does Aerosmith? Are they in the conversation of being parts of hip hop
No,
history at all?
no, I don't think they are. No, that's a whole nother genre of music.
I understand, but Run DMC, Aerosmith, that was the first time.
But that
rock,
song
rap.
was that song was later in Run DMC though. That wasn't a Walk This Way. I don't consider that song as being. I mean, that was.
But you
just,
don't believe the culture was bumping that song? Because I know Aerosmith had the original song by itself first.
Yeah, but-
and then when Run DMC came on, basically, which was the remix, which wasn't called remix at that
Yeah,
time.
but I don't put that as part of no big groundbreaking
So
type
I'm
deal.
just saying, I was just saying, do they
That was
get
just
a
Aerosmith trying to jump on the.
recognition? You know,
That was Aerosmith trying to just jump into the culture. Like,
you don't think so either?
okay,
Mike?
let me,
I don't agree. No, I don't think so.
let me, walk this way, blah blah. Like, I ain't like that.
what about you, Mike?
To answer the question first, yeah, I think it was just a crossover moment. My bad. I think it was just a crossover moment. I think Aerosmith realized the potential of utilizing somebody that's hot like Run DMC.
Yep.
Yeah, let's put him on. Bam, we can kind of insert into the culture, but that doesn't mean they're a part of it.
Yeah, nah.
But to answer your question as far as about the song, though, since I'm younger or whatnot, obviously, coming out in '88, for me, the song was Spodio di Dopalicious. Acclaim album was like kind of life changing for me, bro. Right? So, and I used to like listen to it on them trips with my pops and my mom and stuff like that. So that's kind of it like imprinted on me and stuff. So that was like that song for me, Spodio di Dopalicious.
So you said what, 98?
98.
Yeah, that
Something
was
about
he
10.
young,
That was
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the best years.
Yeah,
He way younger than me, bro.
Yeah.
Think about everything that came out that year.
That year
When
was
you
mad.
really
That was
look
a monster
back.
year, man.
DMX.
Big Pun. There was like a lot of, there was a
Come
lot
on,
of
dude.
folks.
what was that? That
The 90s period, though.
Yeah.
Goody Mob.
Well, Goody Mob actually it was
That was that year. Remember, that was the beginning of '98. That came
beginning
out.
of '98. Yeah. Then you know
That's
that
Still Standing.
that Mobb Deep had just came out.
Yeah.
Hell on Earth, I think it was.
Adrenaline Rush.
DMX dropped like 2 that year.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
them bitches went #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We getting off subject, but
No, it's all good.
I was sitting there thinking like, hold on, what we talking
Nah,
about? But no. I'm good though. No,
I
ain't
would
no,
say
Spodiobus, yeah.
I would
Sure.
say I'm probably still in it may be in early '90s, late '80s. Like Fred said, I listened to all the early rap, but
Yeah.
to me it was just listening, like, okay, yeah, that's funky or whatever. But
Right.
when it really like hit me, it was like cats like hearing like Special Ed.
yeah.
I got it made.
You're going right at that 90 era.
Yeah.
Right at 90,
Watching him
89, 90.
Remember that video watching him ride through the street with the hover?
Yeah, with the Jetta.
Remember he was on that one with the it's like a little hover thing and he's riding through the street. It rides on air.
Yeah. That was I got a made video.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. So
classic.
See, I'm such a hip hop historian, man. Like I said, it hit me back when I was
early.
5, 6, 7, like around that time. I was already like, okay, I love it. Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So by the time Special Ed got here, man, I think I done been through KRS-One. I done been through everybody, Public Enemy.
Well, also what helped is what got me in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say love is like when that Special Ed and all that whole genre
Yeah.
came out then, but I'm saying, but in the beginning, it was the movies too. You had you had the Curtis Blow movie,
Like Crush Groove.
Crush Groove. Remember the
Beat
Fat
Street.
Boys came out with a movie,
Disorderlies.
Disorderly.
and then
That's a little bit later.
Hey man,
Yeah, speaking of the crossover, see, the Beach Boys used the Fat Boys.
that is true too.
You know what I'm saying? Wipeout.
But I wouldn't include them part of hip hop.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't include Aerosmith part of no.
Touche, brother. Touche.
What about you, J. Steve?
It's like you said. I heard a lot of hip hop growing up. I heard it, but I wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
But when I was at my cousin's house in Americas, now I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I know that I heard NWA. It was straight out of Compton. And then after that, I heard Cocktails by Too Short. Those were the first 2 songs where I actually sat there and paid attention because my cuz was like, hey, little cuz. Listen to this right here. And that's when I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
So, and I
mean,
think
Freaky
about
Tale.
it. Huh?
Freaky Tale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Not Cocktails, but Freaky Tales. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first one I heard.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it just happened to be, he had on the tape or something like his homeboy made it from his brother or something like that. We had to sneak stuff back then.
Yeah.
Couldn't listen to that.
We take it a little bit deeper. I'll start off with this one. Question is, when we go back to hip hop, but what was that first lyric that you memorized where you said, okay? Because for me, it's different. I have a hard time remembering stuff. Like when it comes to numbers, I'm on point. But as far as lyrics, man, I can't tell you how many times I listened to an Outkast album on repeat over and over for like the last 25, 30 years, 25 something years. But I can't. You asked me to recite a verse right now. I can't. I just my mind just on.
Yeah.
I used to have when I was an artist, I used to have a hard time remembering my own lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I wrote it.
You
But
probably
he
have to
could
hear it.
recite some woo, though.
Who?
Some woo.
Yeah, I can.
Wu-Tang.
But it's certain songs that stick out. But like for me, the first song that because you ain't listen to Wu like that. I was Wu. I was New York.
But
I was Wu out.
He was
man,
born in
you
the
know?
wrong state.
Yeah, like I'll study real quick, but that whole 93 to like 99, I was straight New York.
Yeah, you were.
Everything was New York. You get in my car, we listen to Mobb Deep,
Yep.
Wu-Tang,
Dead
Wu
Presidents.
Disciples, Dead Presidents.
Oh, boy, Dead
like,
Prez.
yeah, anything that was like, but I was, except for the exception of Outkast and like 8 Ball, MJG,
Yeah.
and Goody Mob.
Well, I mean, but that was rap music anyway, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the first song for me was it's crazy. LL Cool J, you know, when I need love. I don't know if the cadence was so easy when I'm alone in my room. Sometimes I stare at the wall. In the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need
Way
a
ahead
girl
of
who's
his
as
time.
sweet as a dove. You know what I'm saying? That I can remember that to this day. You know.
Yeah.
So, what about you? First song you memorized where it just stuck to you.
That's a hard one right there.
Oh, we gotta come back to you then.
Yeah, because it's so many. Because I would say something like LL Cool J, that song, but I knew it. But I think I always mess up like the first 3 words. So feel like I'm Joe Biden or something. But I don't know. Yeah, you might have to come back to me on that one because I got a few. I'm trying to think of because I really did know Outkast, still do to this day. Like I know songs like.
I mean, I know Outkast is the #1 group of all time, right?
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Hold on.
Somebody.
Wait, before we get into that
I said, was that a statement or a question?
Because we about to go on a whole nother stuff, because that's coming.
Let them get their lyrics out first before. See, he already started shit already. So.
Social Headache Podcast. Man, that's me.
Fred, what's that first line that caught your eye?
Probably.
That stuck in the mental.
I mean, you know, I go back to, you know, don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to lose my head, you know, like that. And then my Adidas.
Yeah.
Walked on. You know what I'm saying? Like that, those rhymes in that song was like, man, them dudes really rapping about some tennis shoes. And it was like, damn, I ain't got no Adidas. But it's nice though. But that's probably one of the first rhymes that my Adidas song, Run DMC, that was like that I can really like memorize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's so much, bro. I got so much in my head. So
Man, it's funny how mine just came to my head, and y'all laugh when I really like what I really remember. Here's a little story I got to tell about 3 rappers you know so well. It started way back in history with my man.
Ad Rock,
Come
my Beastie Boy.
Yeah,
man. I mean, like
Beastie Boys was hard.
For real. I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
If you tell me something like, Steven, what's a song you can think of right now that Beastie Boys came with? No sleep till I mean, it's like, dude, they really went hard. I mean, like if you really want to think about what I remember in verses and stuff, or a song that starts off and it's gonna catch me every time you play that song, I'm in there. And so
I'm not a Beastie Boys fan at all, so I can't rock with that. But I will say, for me, like I said, I'm coming from a different era. So
yeah, you are
right. So I was in the era where, you know, you could get the lyrics digitally real quickly and stuff like that. You know, very very early internet stuff. So for me, Nas's One Mic, I was like, I was going to perform that bit, right? So I'm going over that thing, like in my room, like I'm Nas in New York, like for real, for real. That was mine.
But see, that's what your era would probably. And see, that was a good time to be still growing up, though. Your age still caught a good chunk of when hip hop really was rocking. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about that
before it was diluted.
Yeah, before it turned into the regurgitation of the regurgitations.
I don't ever diss it. I don't ever diss rap music.
Right.
Yeah, he said that. Because
there's so much rap music.
You said last time you like ignorant shit.
I like everything because it's so much rap music. It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
It's really a rap song for everybody in the whole world.
It is.
Just like he's saying One Mic, you said I need love. I said my Adidas. You said Beastie Boys. So it's like them 4 totally different songs, dude. Totally different. You know what I mean? It's like so. But when you say the 90s, I mean 90s were.
So we agree though that the 90s is still golden era though. After everything that's happened, we
88 through. 88
No.
Okay, so then what do you consider then?
Hold on. From what era?
He say 88.
You say the golden, like when hip hop was at its plateau.
That's the golden era.
At its peak, I mean.
92.
88 through what? 96 is the golden era.
I would say 98 because that year 98, everything that dropped that year was like the last year we had the best drop of like just consistent.
I mean,
92, 98.
Yeah.
I would say 88. I would even give it the whole decade.
98.
Because NWA dropped what in 88, right? And that's when everything kind of became commercialized.
No,
but still,
was it 88?
Yeah, it went with Straight Outta Compton dropped 88, right?
Yeah.
So I say from about 88 to 98, I would think.
Yeah.
I agree because you know why? Because 99, I was at Georgia Southern at around 99. Well, I left in 98. So 99, I was still there. And that's when the Pastor Troy started to emerge.
Yeah.
That's when Crunk started to make his way in,
Yeah.
and it changed that whole dynamic of that hip hop. It's still hip hop. It's still rap. But that's when that whole social conscious era, common, that what we used to listening to for that whole decade.
Yeah.
And then I think 99 was when it really just, then you had Yin Yang Twins. And then it kind of started to, that's just my opinion, it started to kind of get diluted. Now, don't get me wrong, I was the main one on up there in the front going ham on Pastor Troy. You know,
yeah, of course.
But but that Pastor Troy and them stuff, now you say diluted. That's
I wouldn't say
diluted.
Well, I say
A lot
diluted
of
when
the
I mentioned
stuff,
Yin
what you
Yang
saying
Twins.
you listen to earlier, you listen to Wu, Mobb Deep and all that. Pastor Troy and all that diluted that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, rap was just moving rap was moving around though, you know, so everybody was being represented.
Real
like,
quick, what do we mean by diluted? I know I understand the term, but are we saying like hip hop has denigrated as far as the quality of it as the years have gone by? Or are we just saying that it's not as aggressive, it's not as raw, it's not as potent? What are we saying is diluted?
What? Explain it.
I mean, rap still is. Dilution of rap music. I mean, it's just, but it always been there though. I know what BK's saying, but dilution always been there because it was so many different.
Does it feel less
Like he's saying,
authentic?
you had the New York music, and then when South started really coming along, you got to think South was coming along with 2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
You know, 2 Live, they don't get a lot of respect, but we talking about 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean,
They-
2 Live
they
Crew
part-
was
they-
that first Southern that came
They
along.
they in that room.
Uncle Luke,
you know-
ain't get no respect. And they were mad about that.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, but everybody should know Uncle Luke did.
he
He
did
did something for a
cause of
lot of people, bro.
rental advisory sticker.
Yeah,
because of him.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Wouldn't
like,
be no
he changed
sticker of that
it.
because of him.
He changed the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
then parents really could see, like, oh no, little Johnny, you can't buy that
Yeah.
album anymore. You know
But-
what I'm saying?
I mean, it was diluting. I mean, I didn't too much care for the Pastor Troys and all that stuff coming in.
Why?
Because I was just like you. You know, I'm on Mobb Deep. I'm on Wu. I'm on Nas. I'm on Jay. I'm Big.
It was an adjustment. But I'm a producer, so
I'm so lyrical.
I've always
so
been on
it's
the
like,
beats.
The lyrics wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it was cool for what it was doing.
See, I caught Troy, but I didn't catch Troy until like that one song made it mainstream because I was in Cali. You know, so by the time it got out there, you know, all we could hear is Ain't No More Playing GA. That would come on in like the NCO club or something. We thought it was the greatest thing ever, you know, but
That song was actually like 2 years old when it actually first dropped.
Yeah,
Because he
so-
was already on campus passing out CDs,
Yeah.
promoting it.
Right.
And then it didn't come out till like 2 years later.
Okay.
And then it just blew up and just took over. And it became like an anthem for Georgia.
Right.
And then, but that is really what got me, man. It was that vice versa.
oh yeah. Yeah. That was it.
Vice versa. Now, keep in mind with this comparison,
That beat alone.
the beat alone, but that vice versa, his lyrics kind of go back to me with that DMX track. What's that one, that DMX song, man? It's real hard.
I'm slipping.
I'm
falling.
slipping.
I
Slipping,
can't get
okay.
up. I got you, bro. I got you, man.
I'm slipping, boy. Golly. That's my.
See, that's that Sag power. That's that Sag power.
Slipping's a good song.
Yeah,
I think-
that is in that same vein. Yeah, that's a great comparison. I never.
I agree with you. I think that there was like this little drop off with like lyricism from probably 2000 to about 06. I think once like Lupe and them started really getting a resurgence, I just think it was kind of pushed. And I think that was more so like there's an effort to make sure that this conscious stuff doesn't keep getting out because of how powerful it could be if we start pushing positivity on the radio instead of, you know, the stuff that we do. So
Right.
I think like the lyricism never went away. It was just the commercial aspect of, hey, we can't sell lyricism to these people anymore.
Well, the lyrics, I mean, the radio wasn't going to play it anyway.
Right.
No.
Radio ain't never really played what we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where we miss videos at. Real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, we had videos in the 80s,
Yeah.
videos in the 90s. You had shows, Rap
Talk on
City,
that.
Yo
Hey.
MTV Raps, The
was
Box,
real.
and all them video. We ain't got video no
I
more.
be sitting there to myself sometimes thinking about like
Yeah.
they had the VMAs was the other night, the other week, right?
That's true.
And I'm like,
I mean, that's-
okay, from what?
Yeah.
We not sitting up like
Yeah, we not
bruh,
watch-
I
yeah.
remember growing up, we used to come to school the next day. Bruh, did you see that new
Because that's what we
Tribe
heard the
Called-
new song
like,
at. That's what we
Leaders
got the
of
new
School.
stuff at.
I remember when I saw that video. Which song was it? Before it was right before Buster had left the group. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You talking about
He had on the overalls, colorful. You know what I'm saying? What was that track? But anyways, videos like that when they came out, you talk about it with your friends and stuff the next
Yep.
day. You don't have that no more.
Nah.
It's like when I used to get off the bus when I had wasn't nobody home, so I go to Miss Bessie's house. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Miss Floyd. Go there after watching Chili Willy and Woody Woodpecker. Videos would come on in the afternoon.
oh yeah, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't no video no more.
That's
I mean, it's not a. So
What if videos
that's what
were
we
on?
learned about new artists. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what we learned about new artists, and we saw everybody because it was
The
like, oh
diversity.
snap, like yeah, the diversity of rap music. I know BK said the dilution, but it was diversity. You will see a Tribe Called Quest video, but you're also gonna see 2 Live Crew.
Yeah.
You also gonna see MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. You're gonna see a bunch of different people. Tone Loc. You're gonna see all these
sure
people,
enough.
and you be like, damn, everybody represent like Cali, South, New York, Midwest. Like everybody represented.
I don't disagree, but I think that one of the bigger issues is you could go watch that on television, but we're not watching TV anymore. So you would go watch either TRL or 106 in Park at any given moment and watch. We got the top 10 videos. So now they're openly, but you got to go on
But that
YouTube to
that
go
was
watch
when it
videos.
really started. The dilution really was taking place. I didn't like the top 10 stuff. Like, stop
Really?
showing me. Stop showing me the same
I
video.
don't know,
'cause
AJ
I knew
and
what
Free
was gonna
sold
be
it down to
on.
me, man.
At least
They sold it down,
60%
though.
of the time, you know what video is gonna be coming on. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's
what about big,
that's
what about
how I
big
knew
ticket?
what-
No,
that's
I'm
how I
talking
knew
about
what was.
and stuff like
That's what I'm
that.
saying. I'm talking about like when MTV you had Yo MTV Raps, so you knew what was gonna come on. That was a specific music video channel or option. You understand what I'm saying? Then you had regular MTV, so you could go watch the rock and the pop and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then they gonna sprinkle in the Kwame's and the I'm just thinking about this time. You know, what's your boy from the West Coast? DJ Quick. They throw it like, I didn't know who DJ Quick was back then. I had no business, but I seen a video with DJ Quick
Yeah.
in it.
But
You know?
you're still talking about the fact that we could watch MTV. Are subscribed to a cable network now. You have to go
But
find.
MTV doesn't even show.
I know they don't, but I'm saying
videos
though,
anymore.
we don't get our we don't consume our media the same way anymore. So
Nope.
therefore, if we want to watch those videos, because these new kids, all they do is make videos.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
You're right.
They don't even make songs anymore. They just make
You're right.
videos.
Videos.
So it's like if you want to catch them, you gotta go either subscribe to their their channel and stuff like. That's the problem.
That's why I'm on YouTube most of the time, because that's where you just gonna catch stuff, because I guess they're using what's it called, Vimeo, all the time to make videos
Yeah.
pretty much these days.
Yeah,
And
I just don't like that it's YouTube like that. I know what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I know exactly what you
I know.
mean.
I know.
like
I
it
know what
either.
you're saying. But I mean, and that is true. What you're saying. But you know, that's what I'm saying to the group is that's how we found out about
Without a doubt.
different artists. It was from videos.
Yeah. And,
Like
and,
I mean,
and
it
I
was
miss-
like that started in the '80s. I mean,
yeah.
with the box
and see,
and
Mike,
all that
you
stuff.
might have
you
missed
had
that
different
era
videos.
slightly.
I did a little bit without a doubt.
Because, like, we had so many options of video watching too. We had the jukebox, bro. We literally could go home.
Yeah.
And that used to be a thing. Like, who gonna get through? You think you gonna get through?
Hey, but then also, you had to wait till the song come back,
Yeah.
come back around or whatnot. Like, damn, I just missed it because they had a little code,
Yep.
that
Coming
come down. Yeah,
When you
Good.
call in,
That's when
say
that pop
this.
that Coachy video was out.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. They sit there and just watch like, yeah, somebody please request it. Please keep requesting that.
Oh my goodness,
Man,
you right
yeah.
too.
But also that jukebox showed everything from like Madonna.
yeah,
Yep.
You saw
Yeah.
Nirvana.
yeah, yeah.
And you see a hip hop video.
That was a good time, man. Rap music is still dominant though.
It is.
Yep.
I love it.
So let's circle back around to something crazy you had said. Well, no, you didn't say nothing crazy. You said facts. I don't know if you was being
probably-
facetious
Nah,
or were you being real.
I'm always gonna be real.
So you do think Outkast is the best hip hop group?
It's debatable now. It's debatable. It's debatable. You got Tribe Called Quest and you got Run DMC.
So is there is it a 1 and a 1A or is it a 1 and a 2?
Nah, it's a 1, 2, 3.
Is it a clear 1?
It ain't no clear one.
Okay, so it's a 1 and a 1A or a 1B.
I mean, I'm gonna put Outkast 1. I'm just gonna put him 1 because Dre is just insane.
Now
It's just Dre.
Now let me
Don't jump on top
No,
of that.
it's
You're
just
gonna
Drake.
start a whole nother conversation.
No.
Let
Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
I'm gonna say Outkast 1, but Tribe Called Quest, man. To me, it ain't fair because it's 2 MCs in Tribe Called Quest going against 1 MC and Outkast.
That's how you really feel?
That's how I really feel.
That it was only one?
Yeah, I never heard that.
Yeah,
You know,
we
Big
thought
Boy
it was only
trash
one-
by
one
himself.
pony
y'all.
roll
Come
on
on,
the show?
Goodness, damn.
by itself, he trash. Come on,
Shit hurt, dog.
I felt
Big Boy trash
I felt it
by
wasn't a comparison
I wouldn't even say
because
Boomer versus
Travis
Trap.
dated.
Wow.
Y'all hear Dre on all these features that he doing?
Dude,
He is crazy.
I wouldn't expect it. Now, see, you said some crazy stuff last time we had a conversation.
When y'all hear
but
Dre
damn, I ain't
feature on
think you
something
gonna
and y'all
say
hear
some
Big
shit
Boy
like
feature
that.
on something,
Hey, he
like,
hurt
it's
my
a clear
feelings.
difference. Big Boy held his own in the Outkast group. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he part of Outkast. I give him credit. I love it. I mean, I'm gonna
part of Outkast.
Outkast is number 1
Hey,
group.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Dre actually-
Because a
Big Boy
Aquemini
actually
album
nice,
is
man.
just
Come on.
a Aquemini album is just
As I
out
said,
of this world.
in
Without
my
a doubt.
B-boy stands with flip-flops and socks and sweatpants.
So
I'm getting ready to enhance your
Go
brain.
ahead.
Check it out.
I don't.
But Dre, oh my gosh.
I don't disagree. I can put Outkast there, obviously, without a doubt. I can. But I'm coming out of left field with this greatest. I'm talking about impact. I'm talking about legacy. I'm talking about the things that they've contributed. I go with a group like 3 6 Mafia as well, but nobody wants to look at them as an actual group.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey.
I look at 3 6 Mafia as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, at least arguing or fighting and
Speak
debating.
that now.
That's I throw them out there like.
guess
Oh.
what?
Hey, that's
And they
Yeah,
got a-
because I
they
know
got
you
a
gonna
whole
agree.
Oscar now.
he gonna agree with you on that.
They got a whole Oscar now.
Because
3 6 Mafia, like 30 people, they all keep dying and keep coming back.
Don't do
So
that,
not,
man.
not all the HCP. I get what you're saying, but just 3 6. Yeah, just strictly 3 6.
Sometimes 3 6 be Juicy J and Paul, and they ain't know it Crunchy Black.
Infamous.
What's wrong?
All them, come on, man, nah, man. Well, we talking about straight raw lyrics and just songs and lyrics.
But he
Songs-
was talking about all,
Outkast versus Tribe Called Quest.
I say there's
you
a
talking about
difference.
overall impact.
Yeah, we're talking about greatest versus best. That's 2 different things, right? Because best is skill based.
Well,
Greatest.
Outkast just got the 13-time platinum thing, right?
Right, but I'm
So,
saying though, if you're saying lyrically, are they just the best group? Then yeah, I can give you that. But if you're saying are they the greatest for everything that they've done, I think that the other awards, the accolades and stuff like that, that 3 6 done puts them in the same running. Plus the commercial records that they have are pretty much the exact same, if not more, because they've been doing it. They put out more music than Outkast has. So I think that there's a larger catalog for them to choose
I ain't
from.
putting 3 6 Mafia nowhere. I'm just letting you know that. They like 100 down the list, man.
Hey.
You got so many groups in front of them.
No.
I mean,
100.
You
all
got
the
a lot of
stuff, all
groups
the
in front
stuff,
of
all the
3 6
stuff that
Mafia.
people.
So you mean to tell me
so-
3 6? You just hear the name. People hear the name and they still think about the 3 6 from
Hey, it's cool. Ain't nobody
Not-
got
not
it.
the
Ain't nobody
technical-
got
what-
it.
what
Mike
was
said
the
it's
one-
cool.
what was
It's cool. Ain't got
from
nobody
Mystic
defend them,
Styles.
but I know what it is,
People still
though.
think about all that going back to Player Fly days and everything. You know, we can get deep into it, but because it goes way beyond that. You know, you can't just. It's like you said, 3 6 3. Like you, it's funny you said it. Yeah, they
3
were
6
like 30
cool,
deep,
but I ain't putting
they
them in
was
no
30 deep
top
'cause they
nothing.
had a whole.
You know how many
they
groups in
not-
front of
they-
3 6?
I'm not saying they
I
should be
put
number
Even BK
one.
was just naming group Mob Deep.
But that's because
All
you
them
don't
guys,
get
Bad
about
Press,
them.
Woo.
But I'm saying
3 6
what
ain't
he
nowhere
said,
near
I
none
feel
of
what
that.
he was saying.
Comparison between groups, then yeah, we can go toe to toe when it comes to different groups. Outkast has a phenomenal impact based on the fact that we are Southern right here. I do think that if time were permitting, there is a conversation to be had based off of everything that 3 6 has done to put them in a greatest group conversation. Because if we're not looking at just straight lyrics, because they're not a lyrical group by no means.
No.
There's,
Right.
without a
Right.
doubt.
We not-
Right, but
So I think you need to put them in their own category.
not necessarily, because lyrics aren't the only thing that makes a group great. So that's
But
that's not a fair argument.
But you do have some groups that had an
Hold on.
impact where
What
people
makes a group great
branched
then?
off.
a group, longevity, their catalog, their impact. Look, yeah,
And
ho,
the
all
branches-
that
and the
stuff,
branches
all that,
that they-
yeah,
and the
that
branches
you
that
hear in
they
every
have.
song. That's
So
what
they
it says. The
was
production
only
that they
hot
do.
for like what, a good 5 years maybe.
Nah, not even close to that. If you talk to like just not even Memphis lovers or whatnot, but just people who watch 3 6 from the Unbreakables, even to the most known unknowns, they have so many hits it makes no sense. They are the reason that what's it called has International Players Anthem. They produced the actual song,
That is
and they got
true.
kicked
That
off
is
the
true.
damn song. Man, stop playing with
That
these man.
is
They put the work in.
Project Pat had that thing first.
They cool.
Lit
I
up.
ain't putting them part of no top nothing.
Hey, that's cool because I listen.
I'm not saying
At
that
all.
number one. I'm gonna agree. Outkast is my number one.
Who the best lyrical person at 3'6"? I don't even know. Crunchy Black.
Crunchy Black.
No, but stop.
But if,
Lord,
if,
Y'all
if,
got jokes.
if that's the
Now
case,
y'all trying to be
then, but if that's
funny.
the case, you just talking straight lyrics, then Wu-Tang is way more lyrical than because you got 4 niggas in there without a doubt that are top tier lyrical people.
And
with Ghostface, Raekwon, Method, and Inspect. Then you want to throw Jizz in there, obviously.
Not better than Dre.
Dre is,
But you
Dre
talking about
is-
5 people? Nah, man.
That's
Dre
5
take,
against
Dre,
1.
Nah,
Dre
Dre-
take on each
Dre
one of
take
them.
each one
You gotta
on.
stop, man. Get off
Dre
this
shit.
Okay, so
Stop deifying this nigga, man. I love Andre, dog, without a doubt. But stop
Dre
deifying
is-
this nigga, man.
are you,
Dre
okay.
would
His-
smash each one of them and make them think about their career like,
Yeah.
damn, you know what?
I need to step my
Dre
game
doesn't
up.
even have enough. He doesn't even have enough inspiration within himself to do that. He can't even get to a point of making his own solo album. But y'all want to talk about him being the greatest. I need more. Stop it.
That's
I
more
love
of a-
him.
that's
He
more
is
of
an
a-
incredible.
that's more of a personal issue.
It's
of
not.
him
Because,
being-
it's not because if you're gonna
not
say
being
he's
an
better than
extrovert.
everybody,
He
I
has-
haven't seen
he
him
has
by
social
himself to do
anxiety.
that.
Yeah.
Dre got some
Yes,
features
literally.
right now to this day.
That's cool. Features
Yeah.
are dope, but so does Wayne. How many
But he got-
features does Wayne?
if
Wayne
he's
don't
on
even
one
write.
song,
He don't even
that
write his own
song
rhymes.
Is the dopest song for at least a month running straight.
Yeah.
I mean,
What is?
people wait for him. They be
I
clamoring
don't-
just to hear him on song.
Look, bear with him now.
I know what you're saying.
When the last time you seen somebody wait on a Ghostface feature? Like, oh, I heard Ghostface from this song with Nas,
No,
like,
I mean-
or Method. At one point,
How many
Method
solo
might have
albums does he have though?
Oh,
So
one-
he's already dropped the album. So nobody's looking for Ghostface anymore. We've been wanting Andre to drop an album. So of course every time you go, oh, he's about to do it. He's about to. Of course, nigga, y'all so fucking hyped for a nigga that ain't
Hey,
finna
man.
drop. That's why.
Hey, look,
Get off that
hey,
shit, man.
It's
Ghostface tight,
It's
though,
only
but-
special
yeah,
people
we-
who can do that. So
I'm not saying he's
Look.
not
Hold on,
special.
but back to this though.
no, real quick, let me finish this. I call it the Sade effect. It's kind of like
Sade.
she's the dopest person on planet for me. So, you know, she dips in and out like every 10 years, 15 years. So people are actually like waiting on it.
Yes.
Same thing with Maxwell. You know, he's a good artist, but he only drops material so on. I think real creative people don't need to constantly
Yeah.
just put stuff out. They put stuff out every so often and then they can dip out. People still going to flourish on what they put out and then just sit there and just
That's
wait.
not the conversation though. We're talking about the greatest. If you're saying Andre is going to go on a one-man wrecking crew through the whole entirety of hip hop,
If he wanted to, he
you're
could.
you're not saying that he's just a rapper. You're saying that he has solidified himself. And I'm saying, to me, if you're going to say a solo artist is the greatest, then that nigga needs a solo career.
No, see y'all getting all off the damn shit. Look, we first of all back the group. You talking about Big Boy ain't nothing. It was just Dre. That's bullshit. I call cap on that all around. First of all, let me recognize that. I
Ooh.
would not go on the record as saying that Big Boy can't spit. You look, J. Steve.
Dre
he-
carried the group. Big Boy was on his back. Big Boy helped. Big Boy was over his shoulder helping, like, yeah, like
I don't know.
crumbling herb, yeah.
I think what
Is
you're
that the only song you
I
can
think what
think
you-
of
I
that
think
Big
what
Boy-
you're trying to say is Dre might have been more popular, but he didn't carry the group.
Actually, Big Boy more popular. It's just Dre got
Ah,
the Dre.
Big Boy has more presence.
Everybody move to the back.
Dre
of the
sit
bus.
there
Who
and,
voices
like,
that we hear? We hear Big
Dre.
Boy first. No, that's
Everything y'all recite is be Dre.
That's Big Boy.
Sorry, Miss
on the
Jackson.
hook.
Oh, that's Dre.
But I don't even really care too much for that song. So that was a commercial.
Dre
hit.
verse on that.
That was a
Rosa Parks.
Dre. They
Dre.
remember it because of
Everything Dre. Any-
forever, ever. That's what people.
Any
really
Outkast
remember.
song you sit back and really think of, just for real, just sit back and think of. It's Dre verse that you're gonna be like, damn, that might be the best. That might be the best verse on the song.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ain't no Big Boy verse that you.
I would say I agree. I think ATL
Wheels,
and
Wheels of Steel.
the
Wheels of
first, and
Steel.
Southern Playlist. I would say the first two they were kind of holding their own together, and I think Dre started separating himself once Aquemini and
Man, that's a good point.
and what's it called?
Southern Playlist, yeah,
No,
that's a good point.
ATLians he had already started changing his ways.
But I'm saying that I
That was
think
the second album though.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying that there was the clear start to separation between them as far as lyrical ability, though. I think on Aquemini, I think it got displayed there, and then once what's it called?
yeah.
You talking about now? I know there was the
Yeah, you
album,
right
but
about-
are you
yeah.
talking about the actual song of Aquemini?
No, the
Because
whole
me and
album.
Me and BK think about that verse from Dre all the time on Aquemini, the song.
No, that's a
Hey.
good point, Mike saying though.
That was some of the best lyricism.
Southern
of the
Playlist,
artist.
they were together.
Mm-hmm.
You right about that. ATLians, he start getting a little bit out of Aquemini
Yeah.
album. Oh my God, Dre just
He
freaking
tells like a
took off.
difference.
He took off, and Big Boy was like, "Hold on." Dre was rapping stuff that was
He says that.
Dre started the album Aquemini. Didn't
Yeah, but
About
ATLs, he says that's when he started going through his. That's when he stopped eating meat. That's when he
stopped smoking.
Stopped smoking for a while.
Stop drinking. He did everything.
Started reading more books.
Yeah.
See, because when he wasn't even reading before then, that's when he started reading like Below the Pale White Horse. Was that the name of it? Behold the Pale White Horse. But that's when he started kind of like really getting into the whole mental aspect of like writing. And then, Big Boy just kind of always been on the streets. Like, I'm just talking about rapping and pimping.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't really think that's all he was talking about. I just feel like Andre, he just had a more presence that people were drawn to. So I say he's more popular, but I would not say that he carried the group. I really think it was tag team. Now,
I do
when you talk about the double album, the one that they went diamond on,
To my speaker box and Love Below.
yeah, I do feel like
all that singing was terrible. I hated that joint.
But that's what gave Dre popularity.
Because
it was really that album.
That album, bro.
Yeah, because that honestly, speaker box wasn't that strong.
Yeah, really, it really wasn't.
That's why I was
had a
shocked
couple of
that
tracks
they
on that.
both went diamond. And honestly, I would have to say that it's Dre's album that helped them go diamond.
What was the song they had? That speaker box even was
Too
popular
much
for
saying
him.
on that for me.
Speaker box itself was alright, and then what was the other track with
I Like the Way You Move.
Yeah, I like the way you move, but
And then the
Love
one
Below,
with Rosario Dawson.
but Love Below he had Hey Y'all,
Yeah.
Pink, Pretty Pink,
Yep.
That was cool. That's too much for
the
me.
Prototype. He had Prototype. Come on,
He
bruh.
had the song.
Oh,
with
he was
the-
tight.
He
That's
was
the.
Drake.
I mean, but even
He
still
was
trying to
what-
make my
he
point.
was
But Dre
what
was the
Drake-
best
look,
of the group.
He
That's
was
what
what
I'm trying to tell
Drake
you.
is now. What Drake wants to be. It's like that's what Andre was.
Was he really
back then.
rapping or was he making music though at that point? Like how
He
much
been
how much
making
how much
music.
of that was like really because we're
He
talking about
started-
rapping, right?
Like
He
three
started really.
songs.
He started
Wait,
really
because we're
making
talking about
music on the
rapping.
Criminal.
Yeah, I
So-
don't
so
care for that
let's-
speaker
that's
box.
what I'm
You talking
saying.
about
I
him
don't
doing
care
some of
for
the
that.
producing?
No,
No,
I'm
he said
talking
rapping. He
like
said-
actually rapping, not the
The singing.
experimentation, the
Okay.
singing, the
Yeah, he
harmonizing.
only rapped on like 2-3 tracks on that album.
Yeah, but he spit. He
Last
destroyed
song,
him.
that's nasty.
He
I don't know. I got to go with Michael now. He did kind of solidify that. That was more or less just making music.
And there's
than
nothing
the
wrong with
actual
that.
rap.
Oh, I mean,
Because
yeah, you got a point. Because I don't like
he's
that
a beast
song
without a
that
doubt.
much.
And my favorite feature from him is him on Rick Ross 16 Ain't Enough. That is
Yes.
incredible. I mean, the way he
Yes.
went in and out, like without a doubt, I love Dre.
I'm
And the
trying
one
to
with-
tell you.
with
Yeah,
him-
I know
with him
he's
and
nasty.
T.I.
Big boy
without a
can't do
doubt.
none of that.
With the sorry.
But there's other people that I think
With
that
him and
can do
T.I.?
that. That's my
Guys,
argument.
I'm trying. Y'all just
yeah, I forgot
constantly
about
proving
that
my
Bruh,
point.
Sorry.
With
Y'all
sorry,
constantly,
yeah.
He on that
Dude.
Tribe Called Quest album, that new one. He on
Yep.
Killer Mike new album.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He on everybody's stuff.
I don't know.
You
Scientists,
cannot-
I'll be honest. Scientists and engineers, it was just a weird verse to me. And I to me, sometimes I think he likes to put a bunch of things together that he's thought about, and then it comes out in a verse. But to me, there was no real cohesion to that actual
You ever
verse.
heard him on that Kanye West, that Donda?
I have, but I'm saying just strictly off of Killer
Come on,
Mike's
man.
because I think Michael is probably going to win a Grammy this year.
Now, but do you think?
Yeah, now Killer Mike said it's funny how I come on somebody else's track and destroy them both on that, and I was like, hold on, did Drake spit on the whole world?
Yeah, but Killer Mike verse is nice though.
Killer Mike,
Yeah,
nice.
but on that one he's talking about with Killer Mike feature,
Scientists and engineers with Future. in them.
Did it throw you off because his part didn't have the beat in it? The beat didn't drop, and it was just kind of like.
No, 'cause I'm used to him doing that because he did that on International Players, and he's able to do that. He's very eccentric, and he knows how to utilize the beat and stuff like that. To me, it was just the verse in itself. I was like, all right, cool. It didn't leave me with nothing. I guess that's more so what it was, and I guess I expect more from Andre verses. Not to say it wasn't a bad verse or anything like that. It was like it was just another feature. So to me,
Man, nah, man.
yeah. And
that was unbelievable. To hear Dre rap like that, I'm like, man, who can do
Yeah,
this? Can't
like-
nobody
on
do
what
that.
song? On what?
On that
On
Killer Mike album.
that scientists and engineers, like
Oh,
he's
come on, man.
snizzed.
Yeah.
Compared to the last few features that he's dropped, nah, that was
What?
just yeah. Compared to the last few features, like you said, the one off of Donda,
Oh,
the one off.
the one on Kanye album.
That's what I'm saying. Those to me are like Andre features. This was like, hey, Killer Mike, I owe you one. Let me go ahead and hop on your track real quick.
Yeah,
That's what it felt.
I've been telling you about 5-6 years. I'm gonna get on one of your features. Yeah, he gotta did do that.
That's what it felt like. I'm not saying.
Right. That's crazy.
cool though.
So peep this out. So let's go ahead and get to the nitty gritty.
Here's some more wine.
So, like me and him talked off mic last time, and I'm gonna bring that up again. But let's go ahead and talk about the best rapper alive.
Best rapper alive.
Oh, we can talk about the greatest.
Oh no, I'm just yeah.
Either however you want to describe
To me,
it.
it's the same person.
I know you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna.
Dre.
He gonna say Nas.
Yeah,
dare say
after that
Juicy
conversation,
J.
you know I'm not gonna
I
pick
said,
it
don't
up.
you dare say Juicy J.
I was actually gonna say I was gonna say DJ
Kinda
Paul
what
like you
creeped in my
playing.
brain,
Nah.
just a tiny bit.
I was gonna say DJ Paul, but nah.
crazy.
Goddamn Project Pat.
You
Nah.
dare say him.
I say Jay-Z.
Oh,
Z.
okay.
Who you got, Fred?
Man, oh man. KRS-One.
Dated.
Yeah,
Who you
that's
got?
the-
Nasty Nas.
All right. Now, why you say Nas?
I say so. You know me. I get real analytical about
Because it ain't got to. Yeah. Because it's more than just. I feel like hip hop is more than just getting
Right.
on an album and rapping.
Right. So I think it's a few things. One, it's undeniable what Illmatic is. Where you want to place it, that's fine. Doesn't matter. But it is.
It's in the top 5.
Yeah, without a doubt, right? But then the fact that most people want to argue that it was written could even be better than what
is.
you see. So that argument, right? So you
Yeah.
have 2 albums. The first 2 that you dropped literally solidified you as one of the greatest right there, just because of where your album stature is. 27 years later, you go on a 3-year run with 2 trilogies where you win your first Grammy. You got snubbed years before, right? But it doesn't even matter. You finally win it. The run that him and Hit Boy go on is just ridiculous. So he's still in his prime, which we thought he had already surpassed when we thought that he was done back on what I Am and other stuff like that. Even though I think you know what's it called? Stillmatic was really dope because there's a lot of songs on there that really kind of push stuff like Fast Forward and stuff like that. Those songs that don't get talked about, I think, are incredible tracks, right? So then obviously Ether's on there, One Mic's on there and stuff like that. To go toe-to-toe with Jay-Z, nobody else was supposed to be able to come back from that. He did. Now, what Jay-Z did to him was kind of fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? Leaving, busting nuts on the baby seat and stuff like that. That's a real situation that happened and stuff, right? But
you just can't out-brag Jay. That's all
right,
it
and
is.
he's the most
brag
braggadocious nigga that's ever probably walked this earth,
You
right?
can't out-brag him.
So I get
Drake.
that, but it's everything combined with that, with the fact that as a lyrical artist, there's not too many that can pick up Nas's pen, that can say they have his catalog, that can have his longevity. The fact that he's done so many things culturally that I feel places him at that level. But I do understand arguments for other people. So the Jay-Z argument, I get it, because Jay-Z being the contemporary that went against him and stuff like that, his financial endeavors, his hip-hop catalog, the things that he's done, without a doubt. So I get that. But for me, Nas kind of edges it because we're still talking rap. Jay ain't dropped since 2017. This nigga Nas can't stop dropping, and it's quality material consistently.
It's quality material, but it's really non-relevant. I don't really feel like he's relevant anymore. I feel like he's a dope MC, but I also feel like it's almost like a blast from the past. When we talk about Jay-Z, the dude don't even have to drop anything. He's still relevant. You see what I'm saying? He is hip hop. He's almost like the hip hop president. So everything goes through him. If he wanted to drop, it's almost like Andre. He just can sit here and just do features for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
He don't need to drop nothing. He can just do one song, and like Steve said earlier, that song, people can just float like, come on, that God did. Man, people still talking about that. And they're going to keep talking about it till the end of the year.
And you know why they talk about it, though? They talk about it because he had to go back and rewrite his verse because of his son that goddamn bodied his ass from the first place. Let's talk about real aspects of
Who wrote to my Jigga?
Tunchi. His little son made him go rewrite that verse. That's why he's
But
got a
Jay
5.5
don't write
minute.
nothing. Jay don't write.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne ain't part of nothing.
Yeah.
We're not saying what it is, but we're saying let's just have the honest conversations about it. Jay has a power that allows him to hear people's verses, so he can come in afterwards.
Oh, but it's a lot of people doing that these
I'm not
days.
saying they're not. I'm saying but no one's doing it over him.
I mean, I love both of them, man. Nas
So
and
I'm
Jay.
not
I mean,
saying-
So that's what I'm saying. So he's got
But
that
he's not
executive
my number
producer
one.
ability. The only person who ever really got him like that, I'm not going to give the Eminem because I know a lot of folks don't want to say that. I do.
He got him on Renegade.
Okay, but Kendrick got him on that "Don't Kill My Vibe" remix, and that's because Jay didn't know what he was about to do. Jay has this executive producer ability where he's like, yo, I'm going to make sure that I have the best verse. That doesn't mean he is the best rapper. That means he has the ability to not get outshined because of what he has done. I'm not saying he's not the greatest because it's
I
a
call
hard
that
conversation.
strategy. I call that strategy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Strategy is cool, but it doesn't make you the greatest, in my opinion, right? So I think that there's other arguments for why Jay-Z isn't that, right? But I'll listen to your arguments for why you think he is.
No, well, I'm talking about, so like I say, when I think about hip hop and I say who's the best, who's the greatest, I put him at that pedestal because I'm looking at not just lyricism.
Right.
That's the top of we already know he can kill it. I'm talking about community involvement. I know you had an issue. You said, okay, what he did to Marcy Projects, but at the same time, I feel like also just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean that you're entitled to spend all your dollars. But the fact that you're doing something.
That was my argument, though.
Well, you said because he built the bar.
No, I said he gentrified his own community, and that's the
for
opposite of what he
put the
wanted
Barclays
to do.
Center down there.
To do what he did, he literally gentrified his own community by giving them the old snake oil salesman. I'm a majority owner of the Nets. Blase, blase. We need to get this here, so he lobbied them to vote for it to come, just to allow them to have no jobs, no economic opportunity, and now people were. So,
see, I don't use none of that stuff as being.
But you're talking about community involvement.
I use nothing but just
you have to
rap,
know that information.
Just
you have
they
to be
raps.
looking
I don't
into
do none of that other stuff what they do.
So we just talking
all
about
these guys do
that's part of the
everything.
hip-hop
But
community.
I'm talking about
you
if we going Nas and Jay.
That's part of the culture.
Nas and Jay. Now lyrically, Jay can't handle Nas lyrically.
I'm with him.
But now Jay can just say some clever stuff because you got to go back and listen to Jay albums. In my lifetime, like Volume 1, album was out of this world.
So who's your number one?
Reasonable Doubts.
Like I said, Kara's one. He my number one.
That's
Because he
just
the
gonna be your
teacher.
number one. Who's okay? So
He the
said
teacher to me.
KRS-One.
Like can't nobody do nothing that Kara's one.
So but you still putting Jigga up there too though on the higher.
Jigga and Nas, Jay, Dre.
Dre my number one.
You know.
That's my number one.
You said Dre?
Yeah, 3 stacks.
I'll give you Dre.
I mean, and then Nas is 2. Eminem is 3. K-Dot is 4.
Oh, wow.
And Jigga might be J. Cole is 5, so that put Jigga at 6.
See, now that's when that
That
list.
put
When he
Jigga at
hey, look, when he posted that list the other day, I said Andre won. But now I don't want to be confusing about the conversation we just had when I said I'm talking about, I guess, a whole different level of hip hop.
My overall
greatest
all-time
of all time. But if you're talking about the best hip hop artist right now, I would have to say Dre, then J. Cole. J. Cole is doing something. Once again,
Phenomenal.
another prodigy.
No, we talking about just right now because J. Cole ain't
I-
nowhere in no top nothing.
Dude, you need to listen.
Huh?
You're not
So
listening.
Wait, man.
You're not listening.
Have you
No.
heard the new song?
I've
he
heard
just did with
everything
Drake?
J.
You
Cole
know,
did.
just
J. Cole just talked about number 6 when he first came out.
Is he?
Number ladies and 6.
Okay,
now
Joe,
he's on something else.
Joe Budden just made a comment about that the other day saying.
I'm just saying, now he on something else.
he growing up. It's
J.
called,
Cole, he cool, but J. Cole ain't even near Nas, Jay, Dre, Kara's. J. Cole
We're
ain't
talking about
part of that.
No. If we're speaking about the most dominant, there's now the most dominant MC right now. It is a big 3, like they say in the song. Is K-Dot?
No.
Is J. Cole?
No.
I know where
You
he's
feel what
coming
I'm
from.
saying?
No. J. Cole ain't
Nah,
not near
I'm
those.
somebody else that
I
I'm
didn't-
really
I don't-
on is Jordan Lucas.
No,
because people off him
You
so
gotta
bad.
understand. You gotta understand. I'm coming from both sides, so I understand. I can't understand that old school argument. He's basically saying that there are artists that he still believes in that are rapping today that are better than everybody that's out. He's not talking about who's running it. He's saying
if we going relevant,
it's two different art. That's what I'm saying. Y'all separate the argument. He's not saying that.
That's what I'm saying. That was a different, different category. That would be dominant.
If we going
right
by
now.
today,
but the GOAT,
yes.
my Michael Jordan,
But if we
is 3 stacks.
not of all time. No.
Right.
J. Cole ain't nothing on the all time. J. Cole can't
He's
do
working
nothing
his
with
way.
Jay and no, he's not.
The only problem I have with that,
he's not working with nowhere because he can't go nowhere near Nas and Jay. J. Cole can.
So you don't think
Or-
Cole can get
or
on the track?
Andre.
You don't think Cole can get on the track with Nas and
he already
destroy it?
I mean, he did get on the track
When
with them.
Nas was writing stuff like putting himself as a gun,
Oh yeah.
and when Nas rapped the song going backwards,
Yeah.
J. Cole can't do nothing like that. Like nothing.
I
He
disagree.
can't do
I
nothing.
think he can.
I disagree.
Though. If you test him,
He pretty intelligent.
There are
dude.
artists though that are doing
No.
that though.
so you didn't hear this. You must have heard the song just from the other
Because
day.
he just said Jordan Lucas. If you watch Jordan Lucas's videos, he does the exact same. Plus, he did a
Yes.
freestyle backwards and forwards.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm not saying there aren't people that
I
can't
mean,
do it.
Nas started it.
Right, without a doubt.
Come on,
But hey,
man.
that's like MJ though. He better than Dr. J, right?
He's not in this conversation. He's dated.
I mean, I got people like Fonte that
Who?
y'all probably ain't
Nas.
even on, but Fonte can rap circles around J. Cole.
Yeah, you
So
know,
he's
K.
dated.
Reno, like, well, I don't know.
Nas is dated, but Jay-Z's not dated.
So, I mean, there's
They
beef
came
out
out
there.
about the same.
That's
Nah,
what- yeah,
but-
it's-
no,
Lupe.
Nas came out before.
Lupe's stupid, man.
Full
Pharaoh
Hey,
Munch. Like, it's people, it's some MCs out there that's like,
Yeah.
King
people
Crooked,
just don't be
Royce.
on Royce. Oh my God.
Royce
Yeah.
the 5'9". Hey, no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
look, don't get me-
That's what I say. Like
Yeah.
J. Cole, he cool because he just popular. If we can
No.
go back to the 80s and 90s and had them videos like we were talking about earlier, we'll be able to be everybody will be on these
Yeah,
different
because
people.
I would have to bring up people like what's the white guy name that retired and then he trying to come back a little bit up there from Baltimore area. He up there by from
I'm
where
not putting no white guy part in
Jonah-
nothing.
you know what I'm talking about.
I know you said Eminem earlier, but people be sleeping on Eminem about.
Yeah, but it's
Eminem was cool, but you do know Eminem earlier stuff was all just like really, really out there crazy raps.
yeah.
Right.
Do that make him
know.
part of the thing of he top something?
I think.
Well,
I think he can hold his own.
He was creative, but
I think it's because his contemporaries put
mean,
him
he
there.
was talking some crazy stuff now.
It's the same thing as like.
But you
when-
got to have some penmanship.
No, I'm
sorry,
saying
go ahead,
like
go ahead.
when we look at like certain basketball players, like man, I'll wax that nigga, right? But then when the NBA starts talking about this person, you start to realize there's different things about that person that make them what they are. So when it comes down to who are we just talking about, Eminem and stuff like that, I think yeah, he started out as a very, very shock rapper, right? But he had to grow into something. So then you got people like Rakim, you got people like, well, Melly Mel tried to call him out, and then he's like, well, my bad, and stuff like that. But when the pioneers that we look up to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, when they're like, yo, this is that guy, that's when I'm like, yo, I'll give him his respect, you know what I'm saying? Because from our point, it's like, yeah, we don't really want to let him in, whatever.
they
Cool.
give him that. No, I let him in. I love him.
Yeah.
But they give him that respect because he was creative. That's the only reason why. Because he can take topics and do some crazy stuff with wordplay and all
But
that
you
stuff.
got to have penmanship. to
Yeah,
do
you
that,
see what
bruh.
you're saying? You're saying
Yeah, but
he's
now-
creative. That's what makes it
Yeah.
hip hop.
So we thought he was
That's-
dope when he talking about killing his mama and killing baby
Not
mama.
that, but think,
So that
but think
make
about
him
the
tight.
ways-
Come on
think
now.
about the ways he put it together, and you
Yeah,
sit there
it's tight how he
reciting
putting
the
it
same
together.
stuff where he's talking about this terrible things that you really
He
don't
dope,
want to
but I
happen.
can't
Also-
put him part of no
also, with it-
group of top 5 or top 10 when these guys are rapping on some stuff.
You
Where
talking
you
about
like,
some
damn.
positive stuff and everything like that. I
I see
understand
what
what
you're
you're
saying.
saying.
Cause we're sleeping on
I-
Common, we're sleeping on Talib,
When it
No,
comes-
sleeping
no,
on
I'm
Most.
not- we're not sleeping
That's
on
what I'm
them.
saying. Like, there's some
But
rappers out there that got some
I also
stuff.
think like when you have such an extended catalog, you're gonna have a whole bunch of shit that people are probably like, why you make that and stuff like that. And I think the problem with Eminem is a majority of his content we can't relate to. So we're going to look at it as it's obscure, it's ridiculously reckless, random, this, that, and the other. So it's something that doesn't relate to us, but that doesn't take away from the lyrical ability of what he's doing.
Yeah,
and if
I
lyrics are,
understand that.
you know what I'm saying? So lyrics
I listen
are,
to everything that he done put out since day one.
Right,
From
so-
the Infinite album
Eminem.
to his latest stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know his latest stuff is garbage. Now all them last 3 albums are terrible.
I ain't gonna lie.
Those are
I think
horrible.
Kamikaze was decent. But
Oh,
I'm not,
no,
but
that
I'm
was
not-
horrible.
It is because of
Relapse was his last best album. The one where he was on there talking about like he almost went at Wayne and he
Nah,
almost went at
recovery
Kanye.
was. I would recovery.
That
was
was
a-
recovery.
yeah,
Okay,
recovery.
that
Yeah,
was that
recovery.
one.
Okay, yeah.
When he was walking down the road, got the little that album was his best one. That's probably his top
Well, yeah,
2
since
album, top 3.
Eminem show, yeah. I
That
would
make
say.
me want to change my list.
Right, yeah, right now, at the top, right now, at the top of your dome. Give me your 5.
Top of my dome. KRS One, Nas, Jay, Dre. What's that, 4?
In that order.
I'm going. No, not that order. You trying to trip me up. I'm gonna go Fonte, man. Fonte is a
Okay.
guy from Little Brother.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Oh man, he got. But and I'm gonna go.
Was this a bonus?
Yeah. I mean, so many, man. Yeah, Fonte. Yeah. Oh man, who
You
else? out
just
there?
left off the teacher.
Okay.
No, I said KRS One first. I'm
Oh, you
always
did?
say KRS
Oh, okay.
One.
You said
KRS
that
One,
first.
Nas, Jay, Dre, Fonte. I think that's my 5. Is that 5? I can't
Yeah,
count.
that's fine.
That's 5. All right, I'm going right there.
Who you got?
So I got Nas, I got Black Thought, I got damn, what's it called? I got King Crooked, I got Royce, and I got Method.
All right.
Interesting.
Who you got?
Like I said, Dre, Nas. Man, you know what? I don't know why this came to my head, man. I gotta throw Twista up in my top 5, bro. I'm dead ass, bro. Hey man, Twista was
Adrenaline
that.
rush.
Shouts out to
Twista
Double
was
Time.
that dude, man. Twista is still that dude. He can get on anything and destroy. It's like, yeah, that's one of the people, man. You listen to it, you know it's gonna be fire. You know he on that feature. You feel what I'm saying?
I guess.
Hey man, I love Twista, dog.
I don't know.
What you want me to say, Juicy J? But anyway,
Hey,
and then
shouts out to Juice.
but then 5.
Come on, now, you had all week to think about this.
But man, talking when you hear it in live in real life, it's like.
Well, you don't let nobody go. You don't let nobody take your words away
But
from you. Keep your artist.
I
and
put
you
Jigga
know.
up there though in that 5 though, because I started thinking about like,
So were you on 4?
no, that was 5. Because
Okay.
Reasonable Doubt, you can't deny that. You can't deny that.
All right, so I'm gonna go with 3 Stacks, J. Cole, Black Thought, Jay-Z, Joyner Lucas.
2 new school rappers. I appreciate that. I do.
Yeah.
The
I'm not talking about. I'm not gonna go all the way back in KRS. What I'm talking about, like
list
right
is
now,
fluid.
if I had to look at, if I had a, if this was basketball, if I had to throw in my 5, we win in the league.
Oh, I ain't not even close.
no,
Y'all
you
might not
not.
even make the playoffs.
No, dude, with that Arsenal, with Andre,
He said that
Joyner
roster won't
Lucas.
make the playoffs.
Andre 3 Stacks.
That's Michael
If
Jordan.
you got J. Cole and Joyner Lucas in your roster going up against people like Royce the 5'9",
that's
Lupe,
Jason Tatum.
not even
Then I got
close, bro.
Jason
Joyner
Tatum.
Lucas ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I love him.
uh,
I was on Joyner before he got big.
and
His
Steph Curry in
508,
the
507
backcourt,
album,
bruh. Come
phenomenal.
on, man.
I love Joyner
What you talking
Lucas
about?
because he's a storyteller like me. I love
But
storytelling.
that's what make it
rappers.
good, man, because we can all got different. We all
But
got
you
different
said that
top 5.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got your. I'm just saying because those are 2 very, very, to me, weak people in comparison to folks that have catalog. Lupe, who's writing better than Lupe?
But nobody hears it. I'm being dead ass, dog.
But you're saying
Nobody
though, you're talking
really
about
Well, you
just-
have to go to that.
He
You
got
have to go to
censored
that.
pretty much, bruh.
Dude, you
Nah,
got
Lupe
let
tight.
me
You just have to go there.
let me play this out real quick. So you got 3 Stacks running guard,
Yeah.
like Jordan.
He's Jordan.
You got Black Thought over on shooting guard.
Pippen.
Lighting them up. He's Pippen. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you got then you bring
He
in
cool.
Jay-Z, my other
Steph
shooting
Curry.
guard. Then you got my 2 forwards down at the bottom. So you got Joyner Lucas and J. Cole ready for the rebound.
The problem that I have with it is
Well, your team like the
one,
Dream Team 3 that when they got the bronze.
But here's the thing, though. I like Cole. Don't get me wrong. I love Cole. Cole's not even the best lyricist out of his own class. I would say Wale's a better writer. I would say Kendrick's a better writer. I would say Crit and Cole are basically on the same level to me when it comes to lyricism.
Yeah.
So he's
I
not.
don't-
So
but
that's the
Crit-
thing.
But Crit don't get that play. Like we listen because we
He might
know
not
to
get the
listen.
play, but we're just talking about how good they are, right?
But if he doesn't stay in our ears, sometimes
Yeah.
the
Are you-
lexicon
but
stuff
might not
falls
for
away
y'all.
from
But are
feel
you,
what I'm saying?
are
For
you
y'all,
in
he might not.
2023? Are you paying attention to like what's going on in the culture?
yes, he has a
You're
run.
naming people that are good, that are hot.
right.
But I'm talking about
his feature run is ridiculous right now.
But I'm saying J. Cole. Everybody is looking at him as the best rapper alive right now.
Right.
Like,
But
seriously,
he says that though.
He's
But he says he is the best. When you heard his feature on Benny the Butcher's,
killed it.
Yeah.
right. He said
My-
the best
my-
rapper alive, go ask guy or the mother niggas that died. He wants to reinforce it. I'm a psychology major, so I understand
I
exactly
don't
what it
think
means.
Jay
when-
better than Benny the Butcher. I don't think J. Cole better than Benny.
Benny is nasty, man.
Benny is.
Benny's got at least 20 different albums. People think
Benny
that he
the
just
Butcher
dropped in the
is
past 5
so
years. So that's
tight.
what I'm saying. Like I'm talking
Do you
catalogs.
think J. Cole killed him on that album though? On that
No,
track?
no.
Yeah, he did.
Benny verses so
No,
nasty on
and
that
I know
verse.
Cole's verse word for word because I've listened to Channel Talk 4 a lot of times. So I love what they did on Johnny P's Caddy. I think that Cole really, really highlighted why he is what he is. But it's 2 different lanes. So the way that Benny raps, he's rapping from an old school 1990s, I am the resurrection.
But that's that Griselda sound.
That's what I'm saying. But I am the resurrection of this. Whereas Cole is like, hey, I am the birth of this. I think it's 2 different things. So I think that when you compare them, you're looking at it from two different perspectives.
So do you think Cole can go on anybody's track right now and body him?
No.
Whoever he felt like.
I don't think he
Oh.
could body every
You
no.
say no too?
No. No, man. Cole went from talking about sex and girls. People are really not.
What did LL
y'all know
start out
them
talking
first
about?
albums?
What did LL start talking about?
LL was always talking about battling. LL been battling since day one. I need a beat.
Yeah, what they say? Yeah, I put a
radio.
What did BK
I'm
say?
bad. He always been
what was your
battling.
verse, BK?
LL just was both kind of people.
What was your verse?
What verse?
The most memorable one you always remember.
I need
the lyrics
love.
to.
I need love. Yeah, but what?
Okay, that's
but what album is that on?
But what's the difference in J. Cole saying what he?
No.
When did he talk about that?
J. Cole is cool.
Songs?
These MCs that y'all were naming, Nas, Jay, and all them boys been tight.
Let me ask you one question, your opinion. See, for me, I've never been a Pac fan.
Oh. Damn.
So
I'm sorry. That just kind of
There we
shocked.
go.
I was like, oh, man.
I mean, I listen
This
to
is
it.
when I get
I
death
got some
threats.
favorite songs, whatever. But let me be real. I always feel like he's relevant because he's dead. You know,
He relevant because he dead.
Damn.
The
yeah.
hell?
Wow.
He relevant because he got killed. That's it.
I don't.
So
I don't.
I mean,
where do
no.
you put-
I mean, yeah.
So where you put
terrible.
where you put Pac at the
Strong words.
conversation?
I put Pac as what we call honorable mentions, right? He's a kind of
Okay.
right? You know what I'm saying?
That
He's
makes
kinda-
sense.
I agree with that.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Good
Because
choice of words.
we can't act like from about like 94 to right when he died, he was not the biggest walking the earth. Like Pac.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, fine.
I don't put him no honorable mention. He did not make bees. Honorable mention is bees, ain't it?
I'm saying
He made D's.
So you agree with my statement?
I can't agree with that.
I was surprised you said it. But yeah.
if we're talking about the songs that he created and you don't like them, that's one thing. That's a subjective opinion. But if we're talking about what he did, that's objective. So you can't deny that. So are you saying you not?
I don't go like I tell you, when I talk rap, I talk raw rap. I don't care what nobody did outside of that microphone.
Okay, so you can't say that he wasn't
People
a
do
good
all kind
rapper
of
then.
stuff.
You could say that he wasn't the greatest lyricist without a doubt,
That's what
but
we
he had a
talking
different
about.
style though. Poetic rapping doesn't necessarily have
No,
to be
nothing was
punchline
poetic.
metaphor.
Talking about memory. Nothing is poetic about that.
Come on, man. This nigga dropped over 730 songs.
No.
You can't say that one moment from a song is his whole career. That's
This how I was, and this how I was with Pop. You know, I just got a piggyback too, man. Like, besides the songs I heard when they came on the radio, that's what I heard. I wasn't looking for it. I ain't
I've
looking
heard
for
all
it.
this
Like,
stuff, but-
I'm not thinking when I go get in my whip that I'm gonna be like, you know what? I feel like putting on All Eyes on Me.
I did have that album.
That's my mama. My mama loved Tupac.
But see,
And you're asking, are you asking, how do I feel about him, or where do I place him?
Well, I noticed that. So when we're talking about lists,
Well,
he
you
always
said, nah, honorable mention.
he's always in the
Nah,
top
he made
5.
it.
I
or
don't,
the
yeah,
top
but he
10.
wasn't. Yeah, he's not in my top 5 or top
5.
10.
On that list, especially you didn't post that list, but I'm just saying you were sharing it.
Oh, right.
But I noticed that he's always in the conversation, and for me,
That's why I say
I don't
honorable
understand why
mention.
he's always in the conversation, because really he's only relevant because he got killed. So it's like
Yeah.
they put him on this pedestal of like, oh yeah, we gotta honor Tupac,
So
man.
you take
Tupac.
all right, okay. So,
So
take
what-
Tupac out of hip hop then. Take him out of hip hop, out of the
all together.
all together. And you're saying
We won't be
Hip hop
missing
be the
nothing.
same. Hip hop is still
Yeah,
be
we
the same.
won't
no,
miss
because
nothing.
Thank you for checking out another episode of the Soul Fresh Podcast. If you want to catch the audio version, make sure you go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And if you want to check out the video version, make sure you head on over to YouTube. And when you get there, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and go ahead and turn on that notification bell. And in the meantime, until the next time, keep it 100, be blessed.